Today we had very useful deliberations on the ESG agenda for not only the country but in Goa for specifics. I think Goa Institute of Management organized this summit very well. There were experts from the field of consultancy, there were experts in the field of financing and the industrial experience. A lot of more emphasis needs to be given because regulations are going to get tougher. Many see this as an opportunity rather than an obstacle to their growth. And I think, one needs to tackle this in a form where the entire organization gets driven by the agenda of sustainability development goals. We can drive the agenda through proper financing. So I think a lot of useful points have emerged for further discussion. And at the Goa Chamber of Commerce and Goa Institute of Management together, we want to drive this agenda ahead.
Prime India chapter hopes to create a community of scholars and community of management schools who will support the idea of responsible management education. We come together once in a year to meet annually, but there are also 4 regional hubs who lead their own initiatives. Today's conclave, which was on ESG and how do institutions of higher education or how do management schools, how can they contribute to sustainability, was an interesting and an important initiative in that step. It spoke about the role of educators and how educators are a critical part of talking not just the regulatory and the compliance framework, but also embedding sustainability as a mindset into our education system. What we're looking to build is responsible managers who going forward will be leaders of vision and who will impact the planet in a positive way. We hope to be part of the group that supports that ecosystem.
I would like to thank Goa Institute of Management and UN Global Compact for this wonderful sustainability conclave. I really liked the deliberations and there was so much to learn from it. What is very clear is that global warming and lack of sustainable lifestyle is a global problem, and this can be solved only by global cooperation. So it's very important to understand that probably we are facing the toughest challenge which a humankind has ever faced.
It's a wonderful measure by the Institute to talk about how industry and academia could lead towards a sustainable future. ESG reporting is a mandate today to the 1,000 companies mandated by SEBI. But looking at that, I think the industry needs to take the stewardship towards reporting on environment, social and governance. With this, I think the conclave is highly instrumental in bridging the knowledge gap and building up knowledge on circular economy and ESG to enable the industry to write a proper report and measure their impact as well as we go along.
Thank you to Goa Institute of Management for inviting me for this very interesting national conclave on ESG. We had such brilliant speakers, there was so much of learning, diverse views, and of course a lot of consensus and a great idea as to where ESG is going to go in the coming years. And a big shout out to the management staff and students of GIM and the lovely campus that you have put up in.
It was wonderful interacting, and there were a number of sessions held, and there's so much to learn that what Goa Institute of Management and other universities are doing about ESG, and there's so much for us to improve upon, and I thank Goa Institute of Management for the very nicely and professionally organized event, and we look forward to more interaction.
We are thrilled to be part of this, connecting with industry leaders in ESG space and researchers. Had a very insightful day today, and we are also happy to be part of the partnership with GIM. So today we announced our partnership with GIM and ClimeUp to take the ESG initiatives forward, also enable the sustainability students and the corporate point of view.
There are a lot of actions which are happening because of the mainstreaming of ESG into the businesses. A lot of capacity building exercises are happening, and that is creating a far more robust market.
GIM became the PRME champion school in 2023. GIM thought of doing a couple of things. One, of course, expanding the dialogue on sustainable development, taking more and more stakeholders into the fold, making more and more people aware about sustainability, sustainable development, Agenda 2030, and definitely expanding this dialogue within the larger community of academia. And that is precisely where the idea of ESG Conclave was born.
Hi everyone, today we had a national conclave on ESG at Goa Institute of Management. And as one of the conveners of the conclave, the key area for us was to look at how we can drive ESG as a broader agenda and at 3 levels. So overall, it was a great day spent at GIM, wherein we got a lot of perspectives from industry, from the academia, and the different stakeholders. And I'm hopeful that as we move forward, we would see a lot of big strides in the ESG space.